Alright everybody, welcome back to the Craftverse series, episode 351. And now it's time to get rid of all of this ugly dirt texture in the main area. Need this to look nice. This is where I'm going to be taking most of my thumbnail shots for any other lives that I do or various other shenanigans. So let's make sure that we get all of this done. Okay, I will put all of the other bits back afterwards once I have my inventory chock full of junk. Make sure that I get as much actual progress in as possible. I'd like to get to a point where I can actually do a Craftverse live stream. That'd be pretty cool. I might do that for episode 400. We gotta get there first. I legitimately almost said chat. This isn't live, so there's no chat. Okay, here's where we're gonna do something a little bit different than I have been. We're going to be putting in the light sources here, covering those over once I get to the point of doing so. For right now, they're just going to be light sources. Okay, well, let's do this. Bam. Okay, got what I need. And then actually we can just do that. Not going to be needing this very much, so I can just swap you out for the grass and be good. All of my boxes are already pre-placed, so I don't have to break anything. I just have to run back to them occasionally. Okay. Alright. And repeat this, because that's going to be where I put the next actual full block. Helps me keep things organized. Nope, nope, you don't go up, you go sideways. And then we bring you all the way down. Now it's time for this one. The more light I can put in here, the better for me later. Especially if I don't have torch spam. And I have a solution for when I get to the bottom as well. Okay, okay. Now it's time for this one. Do I have enough? I've got a few stacks. We're good. you were supposed to stay. I might have a bit less in the way of entities like these berry bushes, because honestly they're not really necessary. I'd keep the firefly bushes because those are good placeholders and markers. Plus it gives a nice sound effect where there's otherwise no music. Already doing a lot better. This looks so much nicer with the full texture. And this is pure vanilla. Remember, this is a non-resource pack, add-on world, pure vanilla. It's part of the allure of the challenge. Honestly, the world that I have as a copy for the creative function, I put the resource packs I normally use on, and it's starting to give me random massive lag spikes, and it's kind of annoying. So I'm okay with doing a pure vanilla experience on the real thing, if that's what's going to happen. It might be because they're outdated and using the old format. I haven't checked to see if they've upgraded to using the current 26.3, I think? Because it's still doing the 1.21 point whatever format for the resource pack download, which is not ideal. Okay, now I need to grab a couple more, and I left the boxes right here, which is nice and convenient. I get rid of the majority of the dirt, fill my pockets. This will be nice. And then we want to bring this. Because of the proximity to lanterns, I'm not going to add an additional light source block in here because number one, as I just said, we have the lanterns, and number two, it would be getting in the way of the flowers and stuff, so it would just look silly. So we're not going to do that. This is going to be the quick one. The very much larger one wraps around the rest of the island. You know what? Because of how this is structured, we're going to continue the same lighting I've been doing and just plug that one right there. Now, who said you could go there? Freak. Cute. Okay. Let's actually toss those so I can pick up the berry bushes because I would like to have a few more of those. Maybe not necessarily placed down, but having them is nice. Alright, so we're up to here. Next up is this one. And I can just freely come down this archway. I want you guys to be a part of the whole process of restructuring, since you weren't part of the process of it being put here in the first place. Well, that did not work out as intended. I did a lot of this landscaping off camera initially. Because it's not fun to watch the same thing 50 billion times in a row, usually. And at the time, I didn't really have a whole lot of things on my mind to discuss. Oh, that was almost perfect. So now we go one layer lower. And right here, I actually can do the lighting thing. Those right there. Because it goes one extra set out. Yeah, we can do that. That's fine. And then we'll just cover over those. Oop. Honestly, I don't even remember how long ago I actually did this. I have to go back and check the upload dates. I know that's new. But like, I couldn't pinpoint exactly how far back I actually built the tree farm. That's how bad it is. Chicken, I don't have anything in my hand right now that you want, unless you like eating shovels. Which is something you're about to do if you don't wander off. That's another reason why I'm trying to do this, is to lower the amount of wildlife that spawns on the hillside, so at least I have a little bit less rendering in on any given time. Because if I come into an area and it just fully spawns on an all grass terrain, it's not very conducive to loading. How did that skip but then placed at the end? Alright. And for the final layer down at the base, Pop you, pop you. Continue out this direction. And we can actually be a little sneaky right here and just put one in the corner. So we've got one here. Got one over there. Get rid of some of this torch spam. Will help a little bit. It won't help a great deal, but it will help a little. And then won't be able to do it across the front, I don't think. Since it's flush. But I can bring this over. Have that curled, and then this whole row just gets to be moss. Alright, let's see how she looks. Okay, fairly lit. I don't know how naturally I'd call it, but it's fairly lit. Get a bird's eye view. Not bad, not bad. The light from the base is actually helping quite a bit because it goes upwards. So that's actually working out quite nicely. Just do a little bit of cleanup, get some of this grass put away. I gotta put it away in the box. Okay. Grass, grass. Okay, we can put this up there now. And then I can... this. So I do have to put things back now. Start from the top and work my way down. Hopefully I don't have an abundance of missed stuff. That is just going to be all kinds of not right. There we go. Now I can get the rhythm. Ooh, wrong direction. Right, right, left, left, right, right, left, left, right, right. Oh, the right did not want to right. It wanted to left. Dang it. Dang it. Stamp. Bad. Who gave you permission to do that? I do not have the best dexterity, I will freely admit. Now, how did that happen? I ended up missing a flower now? What? Well, you're not exactly necessary over here because you're not really going to be seen in the back. So I'll just swap you. And you can have a new home right here. Luckily, the majority of the next side doesn't have any flower. It's literally just figuring out the lighting. So I think we're okay on that front. That came out very much improved. I mean, look at this and look at that. Look at this. Look at that. I like that better. This is crap. This is actually grass. Okay, it's moss, but for the purposes of comparison, it looks more like grass. I'm thinking about doing it here too, but at the same time, this kind of goes in with the mud slabs. So I think it actually works for how I designed this. This was done intentionally. That was just kind of a spatial allowance. And oh, it looks so much better now. With the fox right here, nestled in all green. Oh, it stands out and looks so much better without all the brown around it. I mean, this kind of looks more standout. That's a word. It stands out better. I don't actually know if anything has ever spawned in it. No, not even a regular squid, because this isn't even a river. Fine. Oh, hello, downpour. Hello, darkness, my old wet. That's how the song goes, right? Totally. So one do that, one do that. I'm gonna keep that for when I get grass, because I'm gonna get grass. Or just do that. I might run through with a little bit of torches here or there, or I might find some glow lichen and make that work in my favor. I'm not sure how that's gonna look. That can now go right there. Actually, because of how it is on the other side, do I want to have it stick out a bit more and add more lighting possibility? Question mark? Ow. Maybe. It doesn't really hurt anything. Unlike that. Adding the extra little bit would help conceal this overly obnoxious thing. Yeah, okay, we'll do it. And it gives me an excuse to do this. I don't have to have it stick out here, though. Don't have to, but I will. We'll have it wrap around. Get rid of the ugly torches altogether. See, you wouldn't even know they're there. Little bit at a time, and then this can be kind of flush with it. I actually left myself enough space to do this, which is nice. Surprising, but I'll take it. I don't get stuck on my own build. Okay, well, since we're doing this, move along. Normally, I would be not so happy about that development, but it doesn't actually affect me right now. I think I am going to increase the depth on this, so actually these being right there is not beneficial at all. Putting them right here, however. That's not where you're supposed to go. Get out of there. Okay. Actually, I did not think about that. Oh, hush. Noisy. Like having a rude upstairs neighbor. What's the strangest living situation you've ever had to deal with? Let me know in the comments section below. Curious. That is not a Moz block. That is the lighting block. That doesn't need to be visible. Here we go. Okay, you're gonna make me sleep just to get rid of that. Fine. Fine. Oh. It ended right as I tried to sleep, because you can only sleep at night or during thunderstorms. That was a thunderstorm, but I guess not anymore. Okay, well, back to doing what I was doing without that obnoxious interruption. Why do you do that? Place where I want you to. Thank you. Ah! Falling is illegal. You should not do that. That. No, we're gonna leave it like this. This is fine. Which means I need to pop these out. Yeah, this'll work. That means I have to switch you out. No! No! I'm not meowing, by the way. I'm saying no, just with a high pitch. Realize they can sound the same. Add a little extra curvature, I suppose. Doesn't hurt anything to do this. And we can put you there. Yeah, that'll be fine. It's justifiable. Extend this over. Oop. I feel like this would get somebody violently ill. Just gonna work with damp, enjoying materials in the rain. No. That. Do I want to do that? No. Do want to do this though. Getting to the point where I have to start thinking about how this gets laid out. Okay. Now I'm just wrapping around it and we'll be good. Figure out the corner bit once I have everything else in. Yeah, okay. So now for over here, we're going to plunk these down. That is not where you were supposed to go. No. Well, have to grab more. That adds a little bit of extra light. My boxes have been left over here. It does take away a good portion of the light as well. Dang it. But at least the base of the hill is going to be lit up, which is kind of what matters. I suppose the whole thing would matter. This is going to be the central area of the main island. This adds a little bit of character to the area. Okay. So now I got to figure out how I want to do this outer section here. How does it stack up? This is 68. Let's go make sure on that one, because I want it to be level. 2, 3, 4. Okay, it is 68. And that one should also be 68, but if I wrap it a little closer, it'll be 69. And then I can wrap around this one more time. Ironically, I did not mean to rhyme. Then I can add an extra layer of thickness to this without really being at risk. So yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do, is we're gonna make that go up to 69 because giggity. Oh, but see, if I do that, they're just gonna trample the crop. So I want to do that. And then just pop this out. It's like a mixture of covering over and replacing. So I think we're backing out of the extending planning. At least for this side. I don't know, maybe I don't have to. Maybe I just extend it out a little bit more like here. On the edges. My own berry bushes fighting back against me. We just extend outwards a little bit on the bottom, like a flared base, if you will. Get rid of some of this torch spam. Don't have to expand, really. You, unfortunately, will have to remain that. But you can all be the light source. Well, not you. Oh, wait, no. I have to... Hold on. These out, and then I can put the light source in. And then we'll still be on track. Yeah. That works out. I'm going to finish this one piece right here, not to be affiliated with One Piece. I'm not going to go full wrap around. I'm just going to go up to like here. Try to have it go underneath the bridge and see where we're at. So we're already past our 30-minute mark by a bit. Hey, the rain finally stopped. Just do that. Oh wait, no, I can't do that. Fine, I won't do that. Stop it. Okay. That. And then pop you out. There we go. Now this one should be good. It's a little dark in some areas. I got rid of most of the torch spam. Do these actually light anything up? I don't really know. Let's see. If they actually light something up, I'll just pepper them around. I don't think they do. I mean, you have the little fireflies that actually walk or fly around and light things up, but it doesn't really affect much else. So I'm thinking maybe I take this row out. I have an idea. It's dangerous when that happens, I know. So we're going to do that. And to help mitigate the lighting issue, maybe I should put it more in the middle because this does have some coverage. Okay, you need to stay, which means you can then be that. Love having to redo because of a slight issue. Alright, and then I'm gonna go about 4 levels down from the top. We're gonna do a thing. It's 3. And this would be level 4. So we're going to stretch this down and then just remove what's underneath my feet currently. We're going to leave what's there. And then stretch this all the way down. Cover it over. This is the 4th level down. 1, 2, 3. This is the 4th level down. Can I get away with doing it one more time? No, because it's going to rub up against that. I'm just going to have to wait and see if that actually fixes the problem when night rolls around again. But you guys have stuck around for an additional 10 minutes or so. That still already looks tremendously better. Thank you for hanging out, and I'll catch you in the next episode. Yay, landscaping.